Welcome, Capricorn, to your reading for the month of June of 2020. If you haven't been here before, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to do a tarot reading for the month of June. It's going to bring the energies of the month, and it's going to be general. So it's going to cover all aspects of your life, all right? In your sun, moon, Venus, and your rising sign, particularly sun and rising, okay? So let's go ahead and start shuffling the cards. We're going to do a reading for Capricorn in the month of June. We're going to see what Spirit has to say. All right, Capricorn. One last shuffle to top it off. A cup of deck. All right. First card is the Two of Wands. Along with the King of Wands. Capricorn, there's some type of vision, okay? I really do feel, Capricorn, you are trying to find your place in the world, okay? You are sort of making a spot for yourself in this world. You're finding yourself. You're finding out who you are, what you bring to the table, and how special you actually are. And that's by finding your unique gifts or your unique gift, okay? Each and every one of us have special gifts and talents. And it's your job to go out and find these talents or these gifts. For instance, it could be the art of communication. It could be the art of selling. It could be influence. It could be athletics, beauty, and whatever it is, and whatever it's you're passionate about. Be real with yourself, and this is what you're doing right now in the month of June as we come out of the quarantine and sort of get into that Gemini energy of spontaneism. All right. And along with that, it's great because you have a vision, you have a seed, you have a sort of way that you see yourself and the world. And you also have an end goal of how you see or have a vision of yourself in the future. And if you don't, I'm going to implant that in your mind right now. How do you see yourself? This is a very powerful exercise, and me being compelled to share this at the moment is very powerful in itself. It's just giving me an opportunity to really share this with you, and you can utilize this as it comes out in this reading. In whatever time period, right? In 2 years from now, in 4 years from now, or typically in 5 years. I like to do it in increments of 5. But you can shorten it. You can say in increments of 2. You can do 2.5 and 5. I would do that. 2.5 and 5 years. Start with 2.5. How do you see yourself? How do you portray yourself? Be honest with yourself. Okay? Because you have a vision here. You have a vision of a King of Wands, and that doesn't mean that you have to be a male, because the Two of Wands comes out. It's just a vision and how you see yourself in the future as a king, or as a boss, or as a CEO, or as a person with influence. You're going to get a piece of paper. You are going to write down 10 attributes. It could be 5 attributes, but the more the better. 10 attributes of who you are. Who you are. For instance, I am 6'1" and 230 pounds with a 6% body fat. Be very specific, okay? Or I am 5'6", 135 pounds, long brunette hair, with a beautiful smile. Whatever it might be, okay? And you can say that if you're 180 pounds right now, with long brunette hair or long blonde hair. You know, the vision of yourself in a tangible way. Write this out. I'm going to speed this up because I don't want you guys to sit here for too long while I say this. And do it for 5 years as well. And you'd be surprised at the amount of darkness you can pull yourself out of, and the amount of creation ability you actually have. Okay? So that's a huge exercise for you guys at this time. We have the Strength card coming out, along with the Knight of Swords. So, in this particular area of your life where you have this vision, where you have these goals, I feel as if there needs to be some strength embodied in this time of your life where you're creating the vision. There needs to be self-compassion, because that is going to help you out. Right now, the mistake you are making is beating yourself up that you're not quite there yet. Beating yourself up is not getting you anywhere. Create the vision. Be the vision, and give yourself time to develop into your vision. Whatever it might be, okay? In the professional world, in the fitness world, or any aspect of life. Ooh, okay. So in the month of June, you're gonna have some tough time. We have the Devil, and we have the Three of Swords. Okay, so you have this vision for your future. We get along. The Three of Swords is heartache or trauma in some way, shape, or form. The Devil it could be a codependence with a substance, with a person, or with an idea or a mentality. I think it's going to take you strength in order to pull yourself out of the Knight of Swords mentality, where you are constantly beating yourself up mentally for where you aren't. But at the same time, Capricorn, the Devil is your card. So this is just representing sort of your nature of loving, falling into the darkness, falling into the wayside. But at the same time, you are developing a future for yourself. You're developing the wants and the desires to pull yourself out of the stagnant behavior that you are currently sitting in, or that you've been in. And this puts you in a dilemma, right? Because at the same time, although your nature, you are drawn to that because that's what you're used to, you know, and the same thoughts, the same experiences, and the same actions create the same behaviors, and the same behaviors create the same reality, and the same reality is not changing, you know, and so you're going to continue to experience that reality day after day after day. So I feel like there's a comfort in that, of experiencing the sameness day through day through day, but at the same time you're willing to change and you're wanting to change. And so this is a huge life choice along here with the Two of Swords, and I see you getting to work, putting in the daily doses of effort in order to accomplish whatever goals or dreams you might have. And we finish it off with the Chariot. The Chariot is a symbol of you understanding your dual nature, your shadow self and your higher self, your inner being, and when you are out of alignment. The Chariot is one who is a very powerful individual at the mere core of it, because they understand the duality within them. And the duality within them and in the world that they experience is everything, is life itself. So you're navigating through duality in a very articulate and intuitive way, which is amazing, combining articulation and intuitive natures to really navigate through duality at the most optimum and most optimized and practical way that you can. We also have the Queen of Swords. So you are becoming that who knows what they want when it comes towards the end of June. We have the Two of Swords here, the Queen of Swords. We have the Two of Wands earlier in the reading with what? The King of Wands, right? So there's going to be this vision for what you want, struggles with that to really dislike the comfort of day-to-day life, and dislike more knowing that you'll regret not doing what you truly want to 10 years from now, more than the comfort. You're going to dislike that feeling more than the comfort of the now. So if you keep that in your mind, I think it's going to push you tremendously, Capricorn. We have the Queen of Swords here along with the Chariot. You're going to push forward. It's going to be a freight train of unforgiving, relentless drive, and it's going to push you to new heights. I encourage you to do the exercise and you know, check back 2.5 years from where you were. You can pull yourself out of addictions. You can pull yourself out of mental illnesses. There's so much that you can do just by mere intention. All right, so that's your reading, Capricorn, for the month of June of 2020. I truly do hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please like, subscribe, share. It helps me out a ton. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. As always, God bless.